What does the year 2047 mean to you? In Hong Kong, 2047 is a big question mark, and no one really knows the answer. 2047 is the year in which China is officially allowed to reclaim Hong Kong. Isn't Hong Kong already a part of China? Well, the answer to that is yes and no. To understand how Hong Kong got here, you have to go back to the First Opium War. 18th century Britain was having a hard time finding something China would buy from them, which created a power imbalance in their trade. This was a problem for Britain because it meant China could overcharge for tea and Britain couldn't fight back. Enter opium. The East India Company sold opium to British traders who then sold it to Chinese people. This was despite China banning opium in 1729. This created an opium epidemic in China. It was a success for the British. The Chinese now had to deal with a power imbalance in trade, as well as social problems from mass addiction. China tried to ban the trade of opium and get rid of it, but was largely unsuccessful. This caused the First Opium War, which lasted until August 29th of 1842. The war ended with the Treaty of Nanjing, where Hong Kong was given to Britain. In the Convention for the Extension of Hong Kong Territory in 1898, Britain leased Hong Kong and the new territories from China for 99 years. China and Britain signed the Joint Declaration in 1984, which created the one country, two systems formula for Hong Kong for 50 years after the end of the convention. Hong Kong was going to become Chinese, but would be allowed to be partially democratic and capitalist until the Joint Declaration expired. The Joint Declaration created the Hong Kong we know today. Because of the Joint Declaration, Hong Kong is considered a Special Administrative Region, or SAR. This means that Hong Kong is almost, but not really, its own country. This brings us back to 2047. What's going to happen to Hong Kong? How is this going to change relations between countries? Will there be a war because of this? No one knows. All we can do is wait.